Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to give you the promised second video on the Kayali Vacay in a Bottle mini set. Now that I have tried it, I have my thoughts about it all made up, and I just want to give you guys a quick update. This video is not going to be long. I do have a lot of thoughts, and since I told you guys that I was going to do both, a lot of you guys asked me to do the actual review after I've worn them to see how they last. So I have done all that, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you are interested in hearing my update on the Kayali Vacay in a Bottle mini set, just keep on watching. So I hope that you guys are doing great. I feel like I haven't filmed in so long. I filmed that last video of Kayali while my husband was on a work trip, and then he came back, and then I had my in-laws come over. It was 4th of July, and I just couldn't find like the moment to sit down and film, so I actually took quite a few days off. I don't ever do that. I'm always stressing about my content and having videos like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays most of the time, and I was feeling very drained and kind of like with social media, like I just wanted like a break and just take like that long 4th of July weekend to just have fun, spend time with family, and then come back refreshed. So that's what I'm doing. And I have been just enjoying our little pool that we have in our backyard and just spending time with the girls, and it's just been a really fun summer for us. So today I'm feeling pretty tired because I did get a little carried away with the drinks. So my body is just like, but I wanted to have some time with you guys. Let's get right into the update of the set. But before I share that, I just want to kind of not give a disclaimer, but just make it clear that I don't have anything against Kayali. I'm just gonna give my opinion on this set as a whole. The Kayali brand, there are two fragrances that I absolutely love that I will purchase over and over and over, and those are Vanilla 28 and the Eden Juicy Apple. Those two for me are just favorites. From the moment I smell them, I love them more and more every time I wear them. Now, there are also some fragrances that are just not for me, and that's fine, because a good fragrance house that has a variety of different scents is going to cater to many different people. So that's perfect. What might not work for me might work for a very big group of people. So it's okay if I don't like the fragrances. I'm not telling you guys not to purchase them or not to try them. That's not what I'm doing at all. I don't like to be like super negative, but I do want to be honest, and my loyalty is with you guys. You know, that comes first. So I'm just going to tell you guys how I feel about them. The order in which I like them has changed. At the end of the day, for me, the set wasn't worth it for me. A lot of people were saying that the minis, I think, were like $5 less if you do the math than if you were to buy it separate. That's perfect. That's worth it. If you love all of them, that's a great, you got your money's worth. But for example, for me, that there's probably only one that I would probably purchase full size that I'm actually enjoying. It's like if I paid $100 for this. So that's kind of like where I'm at with this, because there is a very nice variety of fragrances in here, but I feel like I could have gone. I didn't even know that they had a sample set until you guys told me in the comment section. If I would have known that, I would have got that first, and then if I liked all of them, then I would have got the set. So I am going to start from the one that I liked the least to the one that I liked the most, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the performance is bad, because the one that I like the least is the one that's like beast mode, that will not leave your skin, that will last forever, and it will be there and it will haunt you in your dreams. That's how long it's going to last. So this one is going to be the one that I absolutely, as soon as I stopped filming that day, I was getting ready to shower, and even after I showered, it was still stuck on my skin and it was driving me insane, is the Marrakesh in a Bottle. This is not for me. I can't do it. It is like the biggest, strongest mix of neroli and orange blossom, and they're like just battling each other on my skin, and they're sharp, and it's like too much. It's just too much. I can't do it. But I did see a lot of people in the comments tell me that this was their favorite. So it all depends on what you like and how you want your fragrance to perform. This is just too much for me. You guys know I'm picky with neroli. If you watch my channel, there are some fragrances that have neroli that I totally love, but for the most part, neroli is a note that I'll start off liking it and then it's kind of like I just want it off of my skin. I get tired of it quickly, and that's what happened with this one. It is really, really strong and really, to me, beast mode. I feel like this will fill up a room. I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. But this one, I'm not gonna spray it no more because I think I'm gonna put them on my Mercari, like the ones that I don't want, and see if any of you guys want to pick them up. But this is just not for me. But when it comes to performance, this will get like a 10. It will last on your skin. It will perform amazing. It's just the scent is not for me. So already here we have one that I just couldn't, I can't wear it. I don't like it. Maybe my interpretation of a vacay in a bottle is very tropical, and maybe not everyone wants to have a lot of tropical scents. But for me, summer vacation takes me back to my island, Puerto Rico, and what I think about when I think about those things is coconut, piña, guayaba, parcha. I don't know, those types of notes. I don't really think of a very strong orange blossom for summer, but that's just me. So that's my opinion. So yeah, this is like last place for me. Next up, this order changed a lot. This one is the one that I've used the least, just because for some reason I really was digging it when I first tried it for the first time. But then after that, it was like, I could live without it. And this one is Maldives in a bottle. This one's good. I'm not saying that it's not good. I really like this one. I just feel like I'm not crazy about it. But then again, maybe I just need to give it more time. But to me, this one gives me that vibe of that type of coconut scent where the coconut is a little too much. And I feel like that's what I get with this one. I feel like this fragrance, I'm going to keep the little one. And hopefully maybe it turns into a love. Who knows? The performance for this one, I would say, is not as good as the Marrakesh in a bottle. This one kind of goes down in longevity, but it's not horrible. It's just that coconut sometimes puts me off a little bit, and I really love coconut. This one's just okay to me. It's not a must-have. I'm not really like going crazy over it. I'll wear it and I'll probably finish it, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if a full size was to come out at the moment, I don't think I would get a full size. This one just smells very coconutty, but then it has like that rosemary in the opening that gives it a little bit of a twist. It almost has like an aromatic vibe to it, and kind of like a almost unisex feeling to it. It's really nice for summer. This one is great for summertime in my opinion. It brings those kind of breezy, just summer days vibes to my mind, but it just isn't a must-have for me. Next up, we have one that in my first impression was an absolute no. I told you guys I didn't like it, and I shut off my camera and I went and showered, and it still stayed on my skin. And when I laid in bed, the scent of this was so good, but I don't like the opening. So it's kind of like give and take there. This one is Capri in a bottle. So this one, as you can see, this one has a little bit more of a dent to it. And I feel like this one's going to get thicker and thicker over time. I want to keep this one. I want to see how I feel about it with time, because if you compare these two together, you will see that this one has like a little bit of a darker color, just like how Vanilla 28 changes with time and it gets a little bit thicker and darker and sweeter. So I think that that's going to happen with this one. So I really do not like the opening of this one, because I'm not a fan of lemon. And it happened to me with Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. I loved it at first, and I loved the dry down of that fragrance. It's beautiful. But the opening just got sharper and sharper as time went on, and that, I think it was lemon, was just too much for me. And this one's getting better and better as I wear it. And I feel like this one, if it was to be released in full size, I think I would get this one. The opening is not my favorite. It kind of gets a little funky and weird on my skin. Maybe it's just my skin chemistry that doesn't really like agree with that scent DNA, but then something happens where in the dry down it turns into this sweet gourmand, just almost fluffy vanilla. It is pretty much irresistible to me. Like that night I was just like, it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now this one lasted a pretty good amount of time on me. I even showered and it was still there, but it is more of like a close to the skin type of scent. This isn't like wow beast mode either. To me, the only super strong fragrance is the Marrakesh in a bottle. This one is more also like close to the skin, but it's not bad in performance. It's really good actually. It's just a little more like intimate. And it just, to me, it reminds me of like a cupcake when it dries down. Like it's sweet, it's sugary, it's gourmand feeling. I feel like this one just doesn't belong in this set. I mean, it's okay. It's not that it's like bad or anything. But again, when I think of Vacay in a bottle, I was thinking more of tropical, the breeze, coconut, the beach, that type of vibe. I don't know. That's kind of just what I had on my mind. But this one is really, really good. I give this one like a 9 out of 10 just because of that opening that I don't really like, but it doesn't last too long. It's already starting to turn into like that sweet yumminess that I love. So you guys were right, because the first time I tried it, I was just like, hell no, I don't like this. And a lot of people in the comments were like, that's actually, I like that one, that's my favorite. It's beautiful. I'm not a fan of the opening, but the opening doesn't last too long, so I don't have a problem with it. These two would, to me, would be kind of like tied in longevity, where you're getting like an average, I would say maybe like 4 or 5 hours. It's not going to be boom, super out there. It's not that, but you're going to smell good for sure. This one just smells so delicious. It's so, so good. For my number one, it's my number one scent-wise, but it's not my number one in performance. But I'm gonna let it sit, and hopefully that changes, because this one also has a little bit of like that darkish color going on. It's not completely clear. And this one is Maui in a bottle, which is the one that has a bigger dent. And I could have made bigger dents than this, but I'm just trying to take it slow with them, because if I just use it 1 or 2 times, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, review it down the road. So I'm kind of like just saving it. Scent wise, I went crazy with this. I will say though, I loved it. I loved that like banana sweetness that it had. It reminded me of home. It's literally the smell of a banana, but still on the actual banana plant. It's just that vibe of like the leaves mixed in with the banana. It's sweet, but it still has like this freshness to it. This fragrance is beautiful. I love it. But that banana note is gone maybe in like the first 10 minutes. I kind of have to search for it real hard, because I can't really get it, but I'm hoping that maybe with time it lasts a little bit longer. That's why I don't want to use it up a lot. And performance, this one to me is the one that lasts the least, unfortunately. So this one to me is literally probably like a couple hours and it's gone. Very close to the skin. It does not project a lot. It doesn't perform, but the scent is so good. If this one was to be released in full size, I would still get it in hopes that with time it will get better, because a lot of my Kayali fragrances start off that way and then they end up getting very sweet, a little bit longer lasting, better performance. So that's why I'm not using it. I don't want you guys to think that I didn't use them. I did wear them, except for this one. I didn't wear this, and I'm not going to. These I like. Well, this one I like. These I love. I just wish this one had way better performance than what it has. It smells really nice. It smells coconutty, tropical, creamy. It's beautiful. This is literally a vacation in a bottle to me. This one is sweet, gourmand, yummy, cupcakey, just really, really nice. So these two are my favorites from the set, and the order completely changed. So as you guys can see, first impressions are never what the final thoughts are going to be. So overall, when I think of this set right here, I feel like the idea of it, the aesthetic of it, just the look of it is really, really nice. I love it. I just wish that maybe you can create your own set somehow, or that they sold them separate, or if they just released them in full size for us to be able to just buy the ones that we like, because paying $100 to take a chance to only like one, to me, it's not worth it. And I'm honest with you guys. You guys are very important to me, and I just don't want to sit here and say this is a must-have, because to me it's not. It's nice. I'm enjoying 2 of them, and then the other 2 I could be without. So overall, it's a very nice set. I got very excited about it. I loved the imagery, the marketing. I'm a very visual person, so as soon as I saw it, I was just like, that's cart. Honestly, I don't need it. I don't need this. The only one that I feel would have a place in my collection and I can be like, wow, that's beautiful, it gives me a little bit of something different, is the Maui in a bottle. And I still think that the Capri in a bottle reminds me of Jackie Aina's, but I do prefer this one just because it dries better on my skin. The dry down is so good. It's sugary, it's sweet. Ooh, it's so good. If these 2 get released in full size, I'm gonna be getting them. But as a set, not really worth it in my opinion. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy the update. And now that I'm filming the update, I want to hear your updated thoughts. I want to see what you guys are thinking. Do you still think that it's worth it? Are you enjoying them? Which ones are your favorites? Can't wait to chat with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Nena, estos pelos están horribles. Dios mío.